invite Prime Minister Lee to deliver his remarks.
Your Excellency, President Jokowi, Ministers to equal energy capabilities on transmission infrastructure and cross-border electricity trading. It will strengthen the energy infrastructure and energy transition and energy security for both Singapore and Indonesia, and also support regional initiatives like the ASEAN Power Grid. It's a win-win outcome. Sustainability extends to infrastructure development. We signed the MOU on sustainable urban and housing development, which will facilitate cooperation in developing innovative financing for smart and sustainable infrastructure development, and significantly will include the Nusantara capital city as a pilot. President Jokowi and I discussed the Nusantara project at length and his vision for a green and smart Nusantara. It's a major priority for the President and for Indonesia. Singapore is happy to support the President's vision. We will contribute towards knowledge sharing and joint R&D activities. One of the MOUs today covers collaboration on knowledge sharing, capacity building and research to support the planning and development of Nusantara as a smart and sustainable city. And there have also been expressions of interest from our private sector in the project, and I told President Jokowi we look forward to the forum which he is planning in May for investors to show them.
May I now invite His Excellency Joko Widodo to deliver his remarks, please.
Thank you very much, Prime Minister Lee, for the warm welcome extended to me and my delegation. There have been many progress that we have gained since our meeting in Bintan in January 2022. Singapore's investment in Indonesia has increased by more than 40%, and our trade volume has increased by 25%. In the field of politics, law and security, the ratification of 3 agreements have been finalized, namely the agreement on the flight information region, and then the extradition agreement and the defense cooperation agreement. To strengthen the implementation of these 3 agreements, myself and Prime Minister Lee agree to immediately conduct several things. One is to renew the MOU between Attorney General's offices, to finalize the MOU between our police on the prevention and eradication of cross-border crimes, and to establish a Defense Cooperation Committee, and to prepare technical regulations on the implementation of the FIR defense and extradition agreements. In this connection, I welcome the reactivation of the Joint Sea Patrol to strengthen the maritime security of both our countries, and the strengthening of capacities for the handling of disaster, and especially in search and rescue. Furthermore, I also welcome several outcomes of our leaders' retreat today. First, the high interest of Singaporean investors in the development of the Nusantara National Capital City. Second, the agreement to intensify cooperation in the field of renewable energy, which will, among others, be used to fulfill the energy demands of both countries. Third, enhancing cooperation in the digital field, including information and data centers, and the cooperation to develop human resources. And we have the Apple Academy and IBM Academy in Batam. Fourth, in the field of trade, we welcome the entry of Indonesian farm products to supply Singapore's chicken demand. Fifth, the strengthening of cooperation in the field of basic health services and health technology, and also the investments towards hospital development in Indonesia. Overall, in today's meeting, we have 20 letter of intent from the Singaporean private sector to invest in the Nusantara National Capital City. We have 9 B2B MOUs in the field of healthcare and digital fields, and 7 G2G MOUs, among others, in the field of energy and health and digital technology. In addition to bilateral cooperation, Prime Minister Lee and I also exchanged views on several regional issues, especially regarding Indonesia's chairmanship of ASEAN. I conveyed my deepest appreciation for Singapore's support towards Indonesia's chairmanship of ASEAN. And Indonesia's priority is to ensure ASEAN remains important and relevant for its people and the world, to ensure the solidity and centrality of ASEAN to remain as the engine for peace and stability in the region, and to ensure Southeast Asia continue to be an epicenter of growth. I also invite Singapore's participation at the ASEAN Indo-Pacific Forum, which will be convened in September 2023, back-to-back with the 43rd ASEAN Summit. Then on Myanmar, as ASEAN Chair, Indonesia will push for progress in the implementation of the 5-point consensus and to conduct engagement with all parties to open up the path towards an inclusive national dialogue, and we also reiterate the importance of reducing tensions and ending violence and ensuring that humanitarian assistance can reach all parties that need it. That is all that I wish to convey. Hope to see you soon in Indonesia for the ASEAN Summit. Thank you.
Thank you, His Excellency. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, we have now come to the end of the joint press conference. His Excellency Joko Widodo and Prime Minister Lee will now take their leave. And Coordinating Minister for National Security of the Republic of Singapore to exchange the MOU on renewable energy cooperation. Excellencies, please exchange documents. Excellencies, please look at the camera. Thank you, Excellencies. May I invite His Excellency Airlangga Hartarto, Coordinating Minister for Economic Affairs of the Republic of Indonesia, and Mr. Gan Kim Yong, Minister for Trade and Industry of the Republic of Singapore, to exchange the MOU on the TechX program. Excellencies, please exchange documents and look at the camera. Thank you, Excellencies. May I invite His Excellency Budi Gunadi Sadikin, Minister for Health of the Republic of Indonesia, and Mr. Ong Ye Kung, Minister for Health of the Republic of Singapore, to exchange the MOU on health cooperation. Excellencies, please exchange documents and look at the camera. Thank you, Excellencies. May I invite His Excellency Suharto Monoarfa, Minister for National Development Planning and Head of the National Development Planning Agency of the Republic of Indonesia, and Mr. Desmond Lee, Minister for National Development of the Republic of Singapore, to exchange the MOU on sustainable urban and housing development. Excellencies, please exchange documents. Thank you, Excellencies. Minister Lee, kindly remain. May I invite His Excellency Bambang Susanto, Chairman of the Nusantara National Capital Authority of the Republic of Indonesia, and Mr. Desmond Lee, Minister for National Development of the Republic of Singapore, to exchange the MOU regarding collaboration on knowledge sharing, capacity building and research. Thank you, Excellencies. May I invite His Excellency Henry Alfieri, Head of the National Search and Rescue Agency of the Republic of Indonesia, and Mr. Eric Young, Commissioner of the Singapore Civil Defence Force, to exchange the MOU on cooperation on urban search and rescue. Excellencies, please exchange documents and look at the camera. Thank you, Excellencies. May I invite His Excellency Prabowo Subianto, Minister for Defence of the Republic of Indonesia, and Dr. Ng Eng Hen, Minister for Defence of the Republic of Singapore, to exchange the Indonesia-Singapore Joint Update on Defence Cooperation. Excellencies, please exchange documents and look at the camera. His Excellency